Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to our broadcast of FIBA basketball. We've got a group play game just moments away. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll see South Sudan facing Germany. You take a look at South Sudan. They won their first game. Another win tonight, and they finished first in the group.
Yeah, I really liked how they played in that first one. And remember, if you win your group, you get an easier path in the final round.
And then looking at where Germany stands. Well, they also won their first contest. This FIBA game is for first place in the group.
Yeah, both are through to the final round, but tonight is about seeding, getting an easier path in the 8-team bracket. So there's a lot to play for.
At the Paris Games in 2024, South Sudan had the distinction of being the only team representing Africa on the men's side.
And you could see how much pride that instilled in them. They scored a big upset over Puerto Rico in the first game of the tournament. They couldn't get into the medal round, but it was a strong showing all the same.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Wagner. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Soft touch off the glass. Malowicz has got 6 points.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Malowicz has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Pass to Hartenstein. With the fadeaway. Rebounded by Malowicz. Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. Here's Boss. To the left wing. Here's Gabriel. Off the mark there with a 3. And Schroeder has got the ball here for Germany. Trailing by 2. You know, South Sudan had only played in 2 international tournaments prior to 2024.
Yeah, so they weren't on a lot of people's radar, but they burst onto the scene when just 10 days before the Paris Games, they came within 1 point of beating Team USA in a friendly. Suddenly, everybody said, whoa, this team can play.
Here's Wagner after South Sudan's three-pointer on the other end. Pass to Larson. Good ball movement here by Germany from downtown. And it's Wagner missing. South Sudan leading by 5. Boss, the pass to Gabriel. Over Wagner. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Germany now. Now here's Hartenstein. And Boss pulls it down.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Pass to Bowl. Here's Gabriel. The shot from 20 feet out is good.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Schroeder. No points yet. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for Germany, Dennis Schroeder, shooting 1.
Here's Boss. Pass to Malowicz. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And so Wagner will bring it up for Germany. 4-point game. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Well, with the agility and the skill, Franz Wagner is hard to defend without fouling.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. And he drops the first. And both free throws good for Wagner.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. Bowl, a screen on Schroeder. Here's Kung, yet to see a basket. Just 5 on the clock. The teardrop. Can't hit that one. And Germany with possession here. Trailing by 2. Wagner outside. They set the pick. Pass to Larson. And here's Schroeder from the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Schroeder's got 5 now. Here's Gabriel. Over to the left wing. Here's Malowacz. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And he lobs it up. Clock at 6. It's blocked. Outside Lamb. Pass to Larson. Wagner for 3. Hartenstein, another shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2, Isaiah Hartenstein.
That one misses. And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. They're having very little success right now.
And they really could take a different approach, right? Find something that works.
Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. Over to the wing. Here's Bowl. Again the miss by South Sudan. Pass to Larson. To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Rebounded by Malowacz.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Wagner. Misses from close range. South Sudan with the ball. They trail by 1. Out left to the wing. Here's Gabriel. Fires for 3. Hits a 3-pointer. Gabriel's got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Out to the wing. Shot left block. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
Look, you love to see this kind of team chemistry. Let's see more of that.
Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. To the inside. Pass to Gabriel. Bowl, a screen on Wagner. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Franz Wagner.
Man, good whistle there.
South Sudan shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Gabriel, 2 shots.
And he makes a first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Wagner on the wing. 3-pointer. Pure from 3-point range. 9 points in the game.
Look, that's the readiness of Wagner. He's prepared to shoot the moment he catches the ball.
And he's going for the oop here. And the dunk by Isaac.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. And Germany with possession here. They trail by 1. Hartenstein with a screen on Isaac. Down low. Deflects the pass. Hartenstein, no good. Hartenstein's gone just 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Jang passes to Gabriel. Back to Jang. Puts up a 3. Counted from distance.
That's how they like to see him operate. big part of their attack.
Germany calls timeout. Germany trails by 4. Here's Dunleavy. Hartenstein a screen. Dunleavy can't hit. Here's Kung. Isaac outside. Pass to Kung. 6 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for South Sudan.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
And so he hits both. Germany trails by 6. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Man, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Gabriel. He has 7, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Some changes for Germany. Wagner's checked in for Hartenstein. Anderson comes in for Larson. De Silva comes in for Franz Wagner. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Here's De Silva. The steal. Here's Musa. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
South Sudan shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Klein. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 1:07 left to play in the first. Wagner against Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Isaac.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
South Sudan leading by 6. Here's Jang. Hits the trifecta. Jang's got 6.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
To the wing, right side. Dunleavy passes to Wagner. Good ball movement here by Germany. Shoots over Isaac. And again, Germany no good. South Sudan with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jang. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Intercepted. Here's the 3. And again, it's South Sudan with a 3.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And so it's South Sudan going into the break up 12. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back. And the second quarter getting started here in the group play portion of the FIBA tournament. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from South Sudan?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
To the left side wing, the three. It's hauled in by Isaac. South Sudan leading by 12. George outside. To the wing on the left. Pass to Reith. Out to the right wing. Picked by Isaac. 5 on the clock. Here's Jang. Set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Wagner on the wing. Outside, Anderson. From the arc. Drains the triple. Anderson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
South Sudan shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts in the game. The first one falls. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Germany trails by 10, and it's out of bounds to Germany.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Pass to Dunleavy. Three-pointer. And again, it's Germany with a three.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Musa. He's got 5. Here's De Silva. Again, Germany. South Sudan leading by 5. Pass to Isaac.
Klein. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Reith. It's rebounded by Wagner. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Yeah, Wagner showing some toughness there to get through the contact and hit the shot.
And South Sudan making a change here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Germany.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
Here's Boss, still without a bucket. And he lobs it up top. Oh, got a piece of it. Wagner with a steal. Here's Dunleavy. Pass to Wagner. To the right side. Here's Schroeder. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Here's Gabriel. Here's Boss, covered by Schroeder. Here's Jang, 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the wing. Again, the miss by South Sudan. Here's Germany now. They're on an 11-1 run. Here's Wagner. And the dunk by Wagner.
What concentration there from Wagner. Accepting the contact and still finding a way to capitalize.
And this will be his second trip to the free throw line. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Boss. Bull, screen on Schroeder. The fader. Boss's shot is off.
Isaac. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for Germany. They've only given up 1 point in the second quarter. That one coming at the line. Now here's Wagner. He's got 12. Wagner with a screen on Bowl. Shoots from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Now it's a 3-point Germany lead.
Well, he's a 3-level scorer. That's what Wagner can do.
Here's Boss, covered by Schroeder. Boss, the pass to Sajang. 4 on the clock. Pass to Bowl. They need this. Again, the miss by South Sudan. Germany leading by 3. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. And it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. South Sudan with the ball. Here's Boss. Isaac with a screen on Schroeder. Pass to Isaac. Outside Bowl from deep. Drills it from deep. Bowl's got his second basket of the night.
Well, we see this more and more. Big guys who can really shoot it from deep.
Germany calls timeout. And Germany making a change here. Larsson's checked in. And Germany with possession here. Outside Schroeder. Wagner on the wing. Fires from deep. South Sudan pulls it in. Here's Boss. No points so far. Gabriel passes to Boss. Here's Gabriel. Pass to Jang. Shot clock at 5. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Wagner, left side. Back to Lamb. Outside Schroeder. Fires from the wing. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jang passes to Boss. Tries again. And he drops that one in. And South Sudan leads by 2. Here's Germany now. They're on a 16-6 run to the left side wing. Wagner, left side. Lamb for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Lamb's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, that's a great decision by Wagner. Quickly getting it to the open man.
Here's Gabriel. Lamb covering. Pass to Boss. The 3 ball. Knocks down the long J. Boss has got 5 points in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
South Sudan with the ball. Inside. Here's Isaac. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That's on Mo Wagner.
Man, the defender really went after him.
The first free throw is good.
Substitution on the court.
Both free throws good from Isaac. Here's Larsson. He's scoreless. Here's Schroeder. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And so here is South Sudan. And And he lobs it up to the rim. Wagner with a steal. And now Germany on the break. It's tipped. Here's Wagner. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Well, Wagner can be a scoring machine, especially when his team is doing a good job of getting him looks.
Pass to Gung. Lets the three fly. Knocks it down from distance. Gung's got 5. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Schroeder passes to Wagner. Can't connect from short range. Here's Gung, covered by Schroeder. Isaac with a screen on Schroeder. Pass to Boss. Beyond the arc. Lamb with some nice D. And here's Wagner. He'll bring it up for Germany. Lamb finds Wagner. Left side Schroeder. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
Even with the defender right on him, he sinks it. Great shot.
Isaac with a screen on Wagner. And there's the call on Dennis Schroeder. That's his first foul of the game. Time called here. South Sudan decides to talk it over. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
Well, they failed to break this guy's rhythm. Maybe a break in the action will help.
Isaiah Hartenstein's checked in for Wagner. And a change for South Sudan. Jang, he's checked in for Isaac. .146 left to play in the second quarter. From behind the arc. Boss, good. Boss is for South Sudan.
And it's been a thrilling matchup. Both teams giving their all.
Right side Schroeder. Pass to Larson. Oh, it's stolen. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's South Sudan with a 3.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
For Germany, Dennis Schroeder. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Schroeder. And South Sudan making a change here. Isaac's checked in. And both free throws good for Schroeder. 1:07 left in the first half. Here's Boss. Give him 8. Pass to Isaac. Here's Boss. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Germany. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's Lamb on the wing. And here's Hartenstein. Isaac covering. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Isaac.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Lamb. He's got 5. Schroeder can't get it to go. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Boss, covered by Schroeder. Boss's shot is off. Germany trails by 3. Lamb finds Wagner. Outside Schroeder. And again, Germany no good.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best options.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. South Sudan out in front, up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the second half of this FIBA tournament group play game here on 2K Sports. Franz Wagner has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Here's Gabriel. To the paint. Here's Malawach. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Outside Lamb. Wagner on the wing. Launches a three. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's three. Total confidence.
Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. Outside Bull. Here's Gabriel, 5 to shoot. Bull, pass to Boss. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Germany. Hartenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Schroeder to the inside. And it's Hartenstein. That time on the assist from Schroeder. Hartenstein's got 7.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. And Franz Wagner picks up the foul. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game.
2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Outside Bull. Out to the right wing. Clock at 6. Here's Kung. No good with the triple. Here's Germany now. Pass to Hartenstein for the lead. Bull grabs the board. Hartenstein's gone 3 of 8 tonight from the field. And there's the lob.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Schroeder passes to Lamb. Now Hartenstein. 19-footer. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now. And so here is South Sudan. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Malawach. Here's Boss. Lamb covering. Here's Gabriel. 7 points in the game. Here's the teardrop. It's rebounded by Germany. Schroeder with it. Guarded now by Bull. Now here's Hartenstein. Back to Wagner. For the lead. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. This will be a sports shot at the line here in this one. Germany calls timeout.
Franz Wagner. Shooting 1.
Free throw good. Wagner.
Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
Here's Malawach. He's got 10. Pass to Boss. Here's Gabriel. The three is up. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Lamb passes to Schroeder. From 13, South Sudan pulls it in. Boss has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Gung. And the shot goes. Gung's got 7.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Right side Schroeder. Outside Lamb. Here's Larson over Bull. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got his first 2 points.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Boss. Give him 8.
Lamb. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Just 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. It'll be Germany's ball. Here's Germany now. They're on a 12-4 run. Wagner on the wing. He's got 22. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Well, throwing his weight around down low. Wagner getting to the line.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Germany.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And they've been letting it rain from the mid-range. A throwback approach that's really working well for them in this one.
And he sinks the second. Here's Boss. Give him 8 points now. Down low. Here's Malawat. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Outside Lamb. Wagner, left side. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Wagner's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And every year, Wagner seems to take another leap. Part of that is his ability to hit tough shots like this.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 13. Nails it from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got 16 points now.
Too much space on the perimeter. There needs to be a little more energy from the defense.
Pass to Malawat. For 3. Fires in the triple. He's got 10.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stat. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Here's Boss. Lamb covering to the middle. Here's Malawat. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Jang, he's checked in for Gabriel.
South Sudan. Village. 1 shot.
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Now Schroeder. He's got 16. Driving in. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Third personal foul.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for South Sudan.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. Really great when you see it in action.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Isaac, he's checked in for South Sudan. And he's good on the second.
Well, they tied it up, but that was a good chance to pull in front.
And so here is South Sudan. Isaac with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. 2 points. That one goes. Kung's got 7 now in this quarter.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Outside Schroeder. It's Lamb on the wing. He's got 5. Pass to Hartenstein. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Kung, covered by Schroeder. Isaac for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. And now it's a 5-point South Sudan lead.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Germany calls timeout. De Silva's checked in for Germany. Here's Schroeder. He's got 17. Right wing. Here's De Silva. Bull covering. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he knocks down the first one. That one's no good. Here's Hartenstein. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time. Hartenstein's got 4 points this quarter.
It's the little plays like that that can make all the difference. Not boxing out on free throws is a killer.
Out of bounds. It'll be Germany's ball.
Germany ball. Two minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Schroeder with it. Pass to De Silva. The crossover. Here's Hartenstein. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
Here's Kung. Isaac with a screen on Schroeder. Here's Kung. Tips it up. Hartenstein pulls it in. Here's Germany now. To the inside. De Silva. An easy 2 on the layup. And Germany leads by 2.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. And the dunk by Isaac.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Schroeder. 17 points in the game. Pass to Lamb. Here's Dunleavy. It's stolen by Isaac. Now South Sudan moving it up. To the wing, right side. Picked by Isaac. Here's Jang. Nice shot from the wing. Jang's got 11 points. And we've got 28 seconds left in the third. Outside Schroeder. Lamb passes to Dunleavy. Good ball movement here by Germany. Here's Hartenstein. And it's blocked by Isaac. Pass to Gung. Over to the wing. Here's Jang. And that's not gonna go. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. South Sudan out in front, up 2. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Welcome back, folks, for our fourth and final quarter of FIBA group play coverage. Pass to Dunleavy. Wagner for three. Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. 10 of 14 from the field. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Here's Gabriel. Here's Reith. Here's Gabriel. 4-3. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Wagner with a screen. And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 30.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
You know, one of the major differences in the FIBA games, the coaches get fewer timeouts.
Yeah, you have to be much more judicious with them. Can't burn too many early. There is a lot of letting players figure it out on their own, and that's tough on the cut.
And there's a 3-second violation. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Wagner. South Sudan pulls it in. Isaac's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Jang. Takes a three. Drops in the three.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And Wagner gets it to go. Wagner's got 16 in the second half.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. It's Jang, high post. Wagner's on him. Jang gets the bucket.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And Germany with possession here. Following the bucket by South Sudan. Dunleavy. Three-pointer off the mark. Dunleavy's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Gabriel. Baseline try, and count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
And Germany making a change here. Larson's checked in. Malawach is checked in for South Sudan. And so Wagner will bring it up for Germany. To the left wing. Pass to Wagner. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, very physical play by Wagner, who still manages to get the attempt off while being fouled.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Wagner. Reith. He's checked in for South Sudan. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Dang, shot is off. Here's Klein. Pass to Dunleavy. Wagner, right side. Here's Klein. Out to the wing. Back to Wagner. The three. It's hauled in by Isaac. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Jang. Again, the miss by South Sudan. Tipped. All alone. And that one is right through the heart. Jang's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, I'm not sure what he was thinking there, but he drained it.
Here's Larson. Here's Wagner. Oh, great D that time from Isaac. Here's Gabriel. Inside. Isaac's shot is off. When it comes to international play, you hear a lot from NBA players about how different it is.
And it's not just about the rules. I mean, it's a much more physical game. I mean, the officials, they let them play.
Here's Dunleavy. Wagner outside. There's the three. That shot off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Musa. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 11 feet out. Dang, shot is off. Germany trails by 4. Pass to Wagner. The three is up. Connects from downtown. Wagner's got 35.
Look, that's just easy picking for Wagner in the corner. Right in his wheelhouse.
Here's Gabriel. Down low. Here's Isaac. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Mo Wagner.
The officials were right on top of that one.
At the line for South Sudan, Isaac taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Isaac. He does not get the second one.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Malawach is checked in for Isaac.
At the line for 1, substitution on the court.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. And so here is South Sudan. Here's Boss. Pass to Gung. Here's Boss. Nice ball movement by South Sudan. Shot clock at 6. Here's the pick. Throws it up high. Wagner with a steal. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Now here's Schroeder. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
To the paint. Here's Hartenstein. Down the pipe it goes. Schroeder with the assist. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Here's Kung. To the middle. Here's Malawach. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
At the line for South Sudan, Malawach, shooting 1.
Now here's Schroeder. Wagner outside. Rebounded by Malawach. Malawach has got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Kung. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Releases from 15. Yes, sir. It's good.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
Now here's Schroeder. Now Wagner puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the three.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
South Sudan trails by 3. Here's Boss. Hole outside from downtown. Another chance. From deep. Ooh, the shot misses. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for Germany. He takes it in.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
5th personal foul, 3rd team foul.
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. South Sudan trails by 5. Here's Boss. Cleared away by Hartenstein. Here's Germany now. Oh, touches it off the glass.
You have to be accurate there. Very little room for error passing on the interior.
And so here is South Sudan. A minute 31 left in the game. Here's Boss. Lamb covering. Bucket! Straight in!
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Now here's Schroeder. Wagner outside. Wagner draws the double. Shot clock at 2. The free is in!
And that's how you guard against a three-point shot. But he rose up with confidence and knocked it down anyway.
Schroeder's gone 2 of 3 shooting from distance here. Here's Boss, defended by Wagner. He shoots. Cleared away by Hartenstein. Don't do anything silly, just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Now here's Schroeder. Now Hartenstein. And stolen by Bowl. Here's Boss. There's 21 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Oh, off target from downtown. So it's Germany picking up the win.
Well, with this 2-0 record, they win their group. They get a good seed in the final round. This is how you start a FIBA tournament.
And with how well they've played, is this team a favorite?
You have to mention them amongst the title contenders. They've been outstanding thus far. I just like how they're playing great team basketball.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching our broadcast. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Franz Wagner.